UCLA.
The Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Bulldogs ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Find some fresh air.
Get out of there, big Garland.
He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Fresno State's offense will have the football first. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer. But one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment, too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program.
Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap and a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about the defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Fresno State will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So UCLA's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
It's Ramsey. Knocked off his feet.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game.
Touchdown! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I think you love starting the year off for some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession.
You can score on these guys.
Send the tight end in motion. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Let's take a second to talk about Fresno State. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. Now the question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class. It's not loaded with a bunch of 5-star blue chip prospects. They've got to get
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the play.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Off the play fake on the first down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Thomas looking to fire. Going for the big play. Catch it to the 35. Touchdown UCLA. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
On third down, he drops the throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Fresno State will have to punt. He'll take it on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He's got an open man. Touchdown! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. In the middle, it's Robinson. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They believe they can run right here. And he's to the 38-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Let's go get that 6!
To the end, 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and 1, doesn't need to take the check down. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Fresno State will have to punt it away. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Toss to the outside. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff. It's Ramsey. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Thomas back to pass. He's taking the shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete.
He's looking deep. They dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Snap it to the back. Still running at the 35. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCLA! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. UCLA will go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jeff.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They'll try to get outside. Oh, he's got some space. He's now up to to 77 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Rides the back on the option to give.
You're running the wrong way.
Showed it all on that run.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
He's got to get on the line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Bruins want to move quickly. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wideout.
Let's go.
Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses at it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Arkansas is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Darren McFadden out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over LSU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Using his legs, it's Robinson. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Towards the middle of the field. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Damn.
Fresno State will have to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also...
He uncorks one deep.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Come on, you got to get that first down. Let's go. Snap us.
Lost the throw on 1st down. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the incomplete formation. It's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Robinson. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Hunt is on its way. Pulls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
What's going on, baseball? 1, 2, 3.
And he'll just
What's happening?
this drive will start at the
It's a
25.
good day, bro. Good day to play some football.
Fresno State offense onto the field. What could
Good day to play some football.
First half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan.
Boy, that D tackle is tough. Boy, Dub is tough.
Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching you.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in and thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having
Nowhere to go. The ball is loose.
Ooh.
Falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long, and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
It's Griffin. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that
Not bad.
defense reacted quickly. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Big day, Ramsey. Big day.
on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the
Big
game.
day, baby.
I love
Big
the
day.
play calling. These guys can't
Ramsey,
really
why
score
you on
in
kick
this offense
return?
to
Don't
score
just go down
touchdowns.
here.
So
We're not
let
gonna hit
them go
nobody.
do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
Oh, because I still got wood. That's why. That's why. Okay.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the eight ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
And off from the shotgun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. On the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And they'll just down it right there. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. The offense changing the play. Thomas looking to fire. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Direct snap. Creates a little space. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's up to 107 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. And the Bruins have their offense in high gear.
Dang, double team you over there, Jennings.
They're going to go right back.
Dang, boy, that's a good play setting too.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the
Got to run and touchdown Bruins. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here's a quick throw after the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created negative play.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game, but in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Oh, come on, Garland.
Turn up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Unloads it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had
We gotta have that on my boy.
his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They're dealing with a second and long. Thomas back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Ball down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart.
Turning it on. Eagles out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you can run an RPO.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. Trying to get it to the line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, UCLA.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball off? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd.
Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Fresno State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but, man, did he put his team in great position. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play calling.
Dang, I tried to choke him and he smacked me.
Defensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling on until they find an answer.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Caught behind the line. It's Jennings. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second. The 1st down and more. Touchdown, Bruins. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this, this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Now they can really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. And he fights his way forward, Gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points.
Tackle is made at the 38. Let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, UCLA! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. The lone back's got it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really goes on.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's lost to Walls. Defense picks it up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Great place to start for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Sets up the screen. There he goes. They got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Rides the back and leaps it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. The RPO, throws the right, looking for the first. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Thomas looking to fire. Pressure coming. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on out.
Second down, they'll go to the end. He makes the catch. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his hand on it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw it, he needs a run. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Fresno State will have to punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Inside the 35. Oh, he's got some space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense. And they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He stopped short on the two-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the two. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that don't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day of the week.
Keeping himself. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, UCLA. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
What a nice job by the defense. Not only getting the football out, the awareness to scoop it up. I got space, get on the field, and then carry it into the end zone, making the big play. And this offense in game one, man, not only do you give up the turnover, you give up a touchdown, and you haven't scored that many points. They got to get it together.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. They feed him again. 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Tackles man downfield. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Thomas back to pass. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it inside the 15. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Not much drive or anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the play.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back. There'll be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like it.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield on him, leads a bunch. And the blue comes out. What a disastrous play. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win.